Hello, Shalom, and welcome to the Lala Perusa review of a Drag Race season 17. This is episode 15. This is the last one before the big finale. So the eliminated girls came back. They went through, had a little dance off, had a little lip sync off, and it was really fun. So let's talk about it. So let me just say, the final four looking really good. I liked all of their looks. My favorite one, probably Lexi. Let's be honest, whatever. Anyways, let's just start at the top of the episode, and then we'll talk about what they wore on the runway. Final four, they walk in first, arm in arm, real cute, and then the rest of the eliminated girls come in, and it's really nice to see everyone. This is kind of a first that they've done. They filmed this really recently. I think before, when we had these Lollapaloozas, it was kind of like closer to when the actual season was filmed, but it's like they waited, and I think they just filmed. I found out later after watching it. Now I think they only just filmed it like a couple weeks ago. So what that meant was there was a lot of tea. A lot of people have been. You get to see the queens react to all of the stuff that has been happening online. And then they came back, which I think this was a really smart move on Drag Race's part. A lot of the times, drama and things happen on the show. We don't really get to see it get resolved, or it gets resolved off camera. We're getting to see people come back and apologize for things that they did, talk about things that they're doing online, talk about funny stuff too. Like Corey has this ongoing bit of not making fun of, but like imitating Susie, doing like Corey too, and we get to get an update on Corey and Lydia's relationship. This is a really cute element, so I hope that Drag Race keeps doing this for future episodes. Joella came back and said, "Baby, I'm seeking revenge on Corey, honey. I'm seeking revenge." Corey and Lydia, they're just so cute together. The girls start to get into drag after they have their little kiki. Ariete goes over to apologize to Anya for, the mirror message and the breath stinking and all that. And I'm sorry, Eddie, get out of here with that. I appreciate the apology on camera. You embarrassed her in person, therefore you should apologize in person. So I can appreciate that sentiment, but I feel like, baby, you got towed up from the floor up, all up and down through these internet streets, and word on the street is you're having problem getting gigs. Now, I didn't fact check that. That's just word on the street. The fans are really upset with you, and I'm sure it's been really, really hard receiving all this hate. Now, is it that serious? Y'all know. We don't need to be bullying nobody and all that. It never gave that deep. But don't try to come up in here and give this little performative apology. Now, Anya accepted it, which I just feel like that was performative too. To me, it just is maturity. You got to play the game to win. I don't think Anya's necessarily holding a grudge towards her, but I think that Anya knows the girl's already getting everything that she deserved. But we will never be friends like that. Ariete, you can see in her face, she looks straight. She looks good. She came back with her little streak. Looked like she's had a little bit of work done. She looks good, but you can see in her face she's really been going through it. But you go around stealing people's jokes, you leaving rude messages on the board and stuff, and you watch yourself on TV be nasty, and now you want to come here. Anyways, we're spending too much on that. Anyways, of course, you try to come crawling back, try to apologize for the camera. Baby, too little, too late, be gone. Lydia in her talking heads, she's talking about her lip syncs, and she didn't realize it was going to be like such a big thing, but the fans really went off for her, loved her lip syncs, and she just got emotional, like, wow, who knew that it would be that well received. So it was just really cute. She's so cute. Susie's makeup looks good. Like, everyone really like stepped it up. Like, you could tell it's been a long time since the girls were on there, and you could tell that they've learned a lot over this past, I guess would have been a year and some months since they first started filming. Everybody really stepped it up. Everybody looked at themselves on TV, took notes, and they took the notes and they applied. So let's go on to the main stage. Look at Mother. Okay? I just want y'all to remember. Whatever. RuPaul does not RuPaul is RuPaul for a reason. Let me just say that. And then Ru and Michelle had this little "It's not right, but it's okay." Y'all know the Whitney Houston song. They had like a little bit going on. That was cute. Bruno, who is one of the little models or whatever, is also going to be like one of the judges. And then we also have T.S. Madison. We love Maddie. We love T.S. Madison. Everybody up there looking good. But let's talk about the top 4 looks. Just top 4 looks. Just top 4. We ain't gonna go through all of the looks of the Lollapalooza. Everybody look cute, Jules, because the top 4, they're not lip syncing, they just there for the show, honey. So Jules looks cute, very proportioned, very cute. Love it. Love the hair. This was a really cute little look. Lexi, y'all already know. Love it. That's my girl. It was either Bob or Monet that said that Lexi looks like a Korean pop princess or something like that. And when they said that, I kind of see that. But this is a really cute look. Anya, I don't mind the look. This is a reference to Doechii. I think it's an exact replica. I'm not really sure. Look, I'm fine with a reference, but it's not my favorite look. The hair is kind of cool, but I don't know. I mean, y'all just really just there to be cute, but also you are on TV in front of millions on, I don't know. It's not a bad look though. And then Sam, I think this is really cute. This is cute. I like it. I like it to just go, because you want to wear something cute, but you want to be comfortable, because for most of the episode you are going to be sitting down. Work. Everybody look good. So let's go on to the challenge. Round 1. So the girls, the eliminated queens, come out, and Bruno is going to turn the wheel, pick a ball, but this time they switch it up. Normally, and we're black. Sorry guys, I had to do a little location change. But anyways, let's jump right into these lip syncs. So this time they switched it up a little bit. Normally, Bruno or someone would spin the wheel, pick a ball, and then that girl would pick a girl, and the girl who was picked would pick the song. But this time there is a twist, and I hope they keep this format. So they gave Hormona, who was the first ball to be picked, the option to either pick the song or pick her opponent. She chose to pick the song, which I think I would have did the same thing. First of all, I don't want to call someone out and then I lose to them and I look really dumb because I thought that I could beat them. Also, if you choose the song, I feel like it makes you a little more comfortable, because it shouldn't be about trying to outperform the other girl. It should be about giving the best show that you could give, whether that person was there or not. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Hormona decides to pick the song Say Liza by Liza Minnelli, and we all know, as soon as she picked that song, Susie was like, why you had to pick my song? Why you had to pick my song? Very Broadway, very that would have been very Susie's moment. But anyways, the second ball pick was Lydia's ball, so she gets picked to go against Hormona. The whole time that Lydia and Hormona are going back and forth and doing their performance, Susie is off to the side, lip syncing the whole song. She's in her element. She's in her moment. She's like, you could just see it like, dag, I really could have given it something. But anyways, nonetheless, it was a good lip sync. It was cute, and Lydia ended up winning. I think they both did a perfectly fine job. Hormona went a little overboard with the reveals. It's like, babe, slow down. I know you want to pull out all the stops, but you ain't got to do everything all at once. And I think that was her detriment, but it was cute. And Lydia tried to do a callback to the scissors, where her lip sync that sent her home originally, where she tried to cut her garment off and it didn't work. She tried to do a scissors bit. It didn't quite land. I know what she was trying to do, but it needed to be a little more rehearsed, or maybe she could have saved it for another lip sync. But anyway, so Lydia won. Hormona gets to go backstage and sit with the final 4 to watch the rest of the show. For the next pair, Susie's ball is picked, and Susie picks Joella. Let me just say, love Susie's outfit. I know I've been dogging her the whole time. Everybody really looked cute, but I really like what Susie was wearing, especially when Susie did the reveal. But anyways, Susie's ball is picked, but Susie decides instead of picking the song, she picks Joella to go up against, which that's smart strategy too. I could see why she thought maybe she could beat Joella, but at the same time, there could have been a world where Joella could have won. Joella picks the song Training Season by Dua Lipa. You know I love to do a peep, so I was very excited about hearing this song and seeing what the girls were going to do with it. Susie turned it. I was like, oh my gosh. She was good. Joella was good, but Susie was really, she brought it. And I didn't know she could turn it out to a Dua Lipa song, but she did. So I'm like, you better work. Needless to say, Susie won. So then we go to the next ball rolling. Lucky's ball is pulled. She chooses to pick the song. She picks the song Step by Step by Whitney Houston, the remix. And then Acacia's ball is picked to go up against Lucky. Now, I like what they were both wearing. Really cool costume. Lucky had this, like, it was like basketballs, but it was like Mickey Mouse. It was like a mouse basketball. It was weird, but it was fun. I'm like, this is going to be a good pairing. This is going to be a good pairing, but we kind of knew Lucky because of the song and what she was wearing. You kind of probably figured Lucky was going to win. It was cute. Lucky, I think, won because she was bouncing the basketballs. You know, But I thought that Acacia was going to win when she did the little slow, broken death drop. I really like that move. Acacia, keep doing that. That is your move, honey. That is your move. That was really cute. But Lucky won. Y'all know Rue loves a silly, goofy moment, and that's probably what put her over the edge. Next up, Arietti's ball was picked. Eye roll. And Arietti picks the song Blow Me One Last Kiss by Pink. The second ball pick was Corey. Corey and Arietti go up, you know, Corey and Arietti did their thing. It really wasn't like, it was a perfectly fine lip sync on both ends, honestly. And Corey won. But you know what? I think that knowing what Arietti did as far as stealing the jokes, and then the comment that she made, that the mirror message that she wrote about Anya, and then just kind of all of the other little things, I think that no matter who Arietti went against, I think no matter how well someone did, I think that Rue was just going to pick that other girl. Because I don't know if it was the editing or what, but it seemed like Rue didn't even take a breath. Like, it was like as soon as the song was over, Rue was just like, bye, Arietti. It was no slow deliberation. It was no thinking about it. It was like immediately. She was like, bye, girl. Which, I don't blame her. It just, it's too soon. It's too soon. I think Arietti has grown and will grow, but baby, you won't make it to the second round. Let's keep it 100. So Corey won, and Corey did good. It wasn't like it was just handed to her. She did good. Crystal and Lana are the last two to go up in this first round. So they're the last two standing. So of course they're going to dance against each other. The ball picked to choose the song was Lana. And Lana picked You Make Me Feel by Sylvester. Love that song. Also, that was the song that Bob and Derek Barry lip sync to in season 8. I think it was the only time that Bob had a lip sync. Of course, we know Bob won the lip sync, got to stay obviously because he won the whole season 8. But anyways, love that song, love that lip sync between Bob and Derek Barry. But anyways, fast forward to season 17, 2025, you have Crystal and Lana. This was just a great show. They both did really good. Lana really pulled out some trick. That girl, she's a performer. She's good. Crystal did really good too, but Lana just did a couple of extra little things that took her over the edge. Lana won this competition, and when Crystal was leaving, she was so like, upset. She messed up her exit line, and then she tried to get it out again, and then she just was getting tongue tied. Poor thing. But it was funny. I think that that's going to be a memorable Drag Race moment. So sometimes we mess up, but it pays off. So Crystal, you did a good job, girl. You did a good job. Then, anytime someone gets eliminated, they go to the back and they sit with the other girls, and they had snacks and stuff. The way Joella was eating that popcorn, I was like, they didn't feed the girls. The way she was harming that popcorn, that was funny to me. That was so funny. So now let's go on to round 2. The first ball pick is Lucky's ball, and Lucky picks "We Found Love" by Rihanna. Seems like a song that she would pick. And then Susie's ball was picked. I'm sorry, but in this battle, once again, you don't know what Susie's gonna do with a Rihanna song. This is a Broadway girl. Susie ate down. I'm sorry, I have to admit, she ate down. Plus, then when she hit that stinky leg, it was so funny, man. I don't know if she was trying to be serious about it or not. To me, it looked like she was trying to be campy. But man, when she hit that stinky, it was funny. Susie was just really good. Lucky was good, but she didn't do anything differently that she didn't do in the first round, and that was her detriment. And I think maybe if she would have paced herself a little more and she switched up a little bit, she might have had a chance, but she really kind of just did the same exact performance. So yeah. Susie, the Broadway elements just kind of paid off in her favor. So then we ended up with a 3-way lip sync with Lana, Corey, and Lydia, which is hard to watch more than 2 girls. It's hard to watch 2 girls, but then you start doing 3, 4 people on stage. It's like, I don't care how you edit it. It's just hard to watch all the girls. They lip synced to 360 by Charlie XCX. They all did well, but I think Corey ate just a little more, and Corey won. Let's go on to round 3. Can I just stop for a second and talk about Susie's reveal? Like, Susie came out, she was cute, but then when she revealed to the very cute outfit, the makeup I flipped the script on Susie. That's all I got to say. Maybe I had forgiven and forgotten and moved on. I don't know. I mean, it's still a little piece of me, but I just had to point that out there. Susie and Corey are up against each other in the 3rd round, okay? All the girls are called back to the main stage to watch the final battle, and they have the final lip sync to APT. You know that y'all know that song by Rose and Bruno Mars. This was really good. This was a showdown. I think most people expected Corey to make it to the end. A lot of people probably saw Susie. This was not a shocking final 2, and you could definitely see it going any way. All that being said, Susie won. And I agree. And I'm glad that she won something, because she really did do good this season. Don't think this was her season to win. And I think that, sometimes a slice of humble pie is just what we need to hit the next level in life. But this was very well deserved. This was not something that was handed to her. She really showed up and showed out. You can see just the growth just from the beginning of the season to now, and she won. So she won Queen of, already had hers this title in $50,000 hairs. So congratulations, Susie. Well deserved. Corey, you did a great job. Everybody did a great job. Everyone looked good. So now it is time for next week. Is the finale next week or the week out? Anyways, the next episode, it is time for the finale. We are going to get our crown winner. It's been a long season, but it's been a good one. And Team Lexi, but also I'm okay with whoever wins. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the little Maybe I had to do a little change. I had to do that change. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Whoa. Okay, bye.